All of you need to understand what your career shortcomings are, right? If I asked you in an interview, I said, Jake, what are your top 2 areas of opportunity to continue to grow and get better? If you don't have that dialed in already, then I know you're not working on it. If you don't know where your biggest areas of opportunity are, then there's absolutely no A lot of really good questions here. I love this, guys. This is a lot of fun. Tag your friends, tag your family, tag your mom. Your mom might want to see this, I don't know. Maybe she wants to help you get promoted. Both the blessing and the curse of working when I worked at Career Builder, we were a very sales-driven culture. I grew up in leadership thinking sales was the god of the company and can do whatever they want. And I didn't have enough purview of working with product and marketing. And so when I went and I was at my first time VP, I think I really sucked at being empathetic to what all these groups are going through. Because like my whole upbringing professionally was like sales gets whatever they want. And so I kind of had that attitude, and that was kind of like not a great attitude. I think you have to have empathy for what other groups are going through, that they have priorities, they have other things that are going down in their day-to-day. Sales, you're important, don't get me wrong, etc. But I think now I have just such a different view of my place in the exec team.
So real quick introduction. So this is Jake Dunlap. Him and I have been friends now and have a business relationship for what, 5-6 years?
Ran on a golf course, shocking, Ben. I don't golf that much, but randomly.
It's true story. We were golfing, and his grandpa graduated from Nebraska, and Jake is from Missouri. So if you get a cocktail in, he'll say Missouri.
No.
A little bit.
No.
You did not build relationship capital with me because you congratulated me. I got 500 of those same emails. So it's not a unique reason to reach out. It's a reason to reach out, right? So when you engage with people, again, I want you to think about not necessarily going straight for it, but instead, this is an A player. Could I engage with some of his content, potentially, and then connect with him? So maybe I comment on a couple posts, then I connect with you. I know, it's like counterintuitive. Like you'll wait for 2 seconds before you like go at it, but I'm telling you, like this is how you play this game. Like if I was doing this is all I would be doing every day, building a lead. Like I would have my lead list saved, and I just go through. If you're using Sales Nav, you can save the lead list, and you can look at. There's a feature in Sales Nav called Lead Shares, so you can see who's shared. If you're not using Sales Nav, you can just go and like look at your top 10 or top 20, and just interact with their posts. Just give value. Right? I rarely talk about scaled in my posts. You should not be talking about Russell Tobin in anything that you post. Sorry, marketing. Like very few things, because it's about you. I want to do business with you. I want to do business with you. All of you are your own things. I don't talk about scaled. Like if you go look at my posts, I talk about scaled like this much. But trust me, we've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in business from LinkedIn. DMs to me. Hey Jake, I saw your post on this. Seems interesting. I think now's a good time.
My Achilles heel that I've continue to work on is the empathy. It's think, stop, process, then move. Okay, over years, this continues to get to where like it's like serviceable. But I think each person is going to have their own career shortcomings. I think the good part is that at least what you hear from this conversation is all of you need to understand what your career shortcomings are. Right? If I asked you in an interview, I said, Jake, what are your top 2 areas of opportunity to continue to grow and get better? If you don't have that dialed in already, then I know you're not working on it. If you don't know where your biggest areas of opportunity are, then there's absolutely no way that you're actually working on it. I only know about one very small sliver of the world, and it's sales with like a little bit of marketing. All I talk about on LinkedIn is my experiences in sales leadership, and maybe I'll touch a little bit of marketing here or there if I feel like I know it. You know, the jobs you're gonna be able to get just by connecting with people on LinkedIn and like adding value. Like I cannot tell you, like it is a massive, massive opportunity for everyone in this room. And the other thing is take time. If someone takes the time to comment on your post, respond to every single one of them. You know, that's the other thing. I see so many other like talking heads, other people, they like to like just put stuff out in the ether, and then you don't even respond when people comment. There's some VCs that do that. I'm not gonna name it. Like I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like you're trying to build an audience. All of you are very young in your careers. Even for those of you like myself who have a little bit of gray hair, we are young. We got a lot of time left. This network that we're building,
God, I can't wait for 2 years from now.
So last question.
So last question is, what is one tactical thing everyone can do today, right after this LinkedIn Live, that will set this in motion?
I love that. I want you to sit down. I want you to do two things. I want you to list out all the different things about your personality that you think are sacred. And what I want you to do is start to think about, what is your mission statement like as a professional? As a professional, I want to be known as this, 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 and this. Then you look at all the other stuff that was on your list, and are you willing to change everything else to get to that level that you want to be at? Right? What will hold you back more than anything from making the changes that you need to get to the next level is pride, right? You'll be like, well, I'm not this person or that person. And it's like, do you really care? Like, do you care that much about like being right, or, you know, keeping it real, or like whatever it is that we have in our head, your ego? So to me, this exercise was super powerful. Like, here's my personal mission statement. If you come work for me, these are the things that I care about. So when I wrote that out for the first time, it very much for me was like, okay, this is what I care about. Then I'm gonna just change these other things. Like, okay, fine, maybe I'll act a little bit different in this situation because I really don't care how I act in that situation. It's not like a core value of mine. So I think just be really, really smart about your core values and understand who you are. And then two is starting to think about opening up the closet and not passing judgment on yourself. So when you open up the closet, you see the skeletons in your closet, and you're like, God, I suck at this thing. Oh my God, I'm the worst ever. Starting right now, again, to like list out what are the things that you're not great at, and starting to build the muscle of being able to look at those things without passing judgment on yourself. That will be the other way that will allow you to grow much, much faster than other people, because they're too scared to open the closet, so they only focus on what's good. Not that you should double down on your strengths too, but you have to then prop up some areas where you may need to grow. Write down your mission statement and really think about the other behaviors that you have, and are there some things that you could change that would put you in a better place to then get those opportunities. And then two, start to write down your biggest areas of growth and the areas that you're kind of most insecure about, and start to think of different ways that you can start to be comfortable in those shoes. So again, thank you everyone. We'll be back. I'll be live from Dublin, Ireland on LinkedIn Live next week. So really excited for that. Topic is TBD, so stay tuned. Again, thanks everyone.